John Coleman, you've come away with nothing today, beaten 2-0 here at MK Dons. You're quickly out afterwards. What's your immediate reaction to today's game and the performance?
I don't think either team were good today, to be fair. Do you want to win? I don't think either team were good today. There's nothing in the game. We had a glorious chance to make it 1-0 after 16, 17 minutes. They hadn't laid a glove on us up to that point. They barely laid a glove on us up till the last minute of the first half, and then they scored. Yeah, good play by Moise. He's done really well, but our defensive plan has worked to its treat. They hadn't troubled us. Classic away performance, but you can't concede in the last minute. Sloppy, really. And then the second half followed pretty much a similar pattern. We had a couple of scrambles in their goal from throws and corners. They were happy to counter. And then, we missed another glorious opportunity with John Mongo going clean through. And then they go up the other end, and that's a good finish by the lads, debatable whether it's offside. And then, they've sorted out relatively comfortably. Disappointing for me that we haven't had a shot on their target today. It's not normally like us, but it has happened, and we've got to be better. They're a good side, MK. Bit disappointed with the theatrics today because I think they're better than that. And it was like the Royal Shakespeare Company at one point, people rolling over and doing 4 spins when they're being fouled to get someone booed. There's no place for that in football. And I wouldn't even like my players doing it. I know people do it when they're winning. But the amount of times an MK Dons player went down today in the second half was embarrassing. It was about 6 or 7. And trainers on 5 or 6 times. There's 4 subs. There's 4 or 5 cautions. There's plenty of time wasting going on. The referee puts 5 minutes up. That's us. We're playing 10. That's us at home. We're playing 10. So, but I'm clutching the straws if I'm going to be blaming that. Today it was just a game of who took the chances. MK created 3, we created 2. They took 2 of theirs. We didn't. That sums up the game really, and that's, we've had a couple of 1-0 wins ourselves, so we know how important that is. Keep them at one end and get them in the other end, and you don't have to make many chances to score. If you score 2, I think they probably had 4 shots on our goal. Scored 2 out of 4, it's a good going in it. So, take me that off to them. And next time we play them, hopefully it falls in our favour and our chances go in and theirs don't.
You scored a lot of goals in your playing career. Means you missed a lot of chances as well. As far as Dion Charles and Joel Mumbongo are concerned, those one-on-one opportunities that they had, they won't want to see them again, will they?
I think Joel's is probably easier than Dion's. Dion's is it. I know he's clean through, he's coming in at a bit of an angle. He's done the right thing, trying to chip him, you just got to get them right. And it's not his favourite foot, his left. I wouldn't say his favourite left foot, because that means he's got 2 left feet and he hasn't. Listen, I've been involved in football as a player and a manager long enough to know that you can't make them go in. And when they're not going in, they don't go in. And as much as you try, the harder you try, it seems to get worse. But what you've got to not do is stop time. And I don't think either of them will. I know Joel's very, very frustrated, but that's part and parcel of men's football. You have to get used to it.
Is that final third a little bit of a concern? Didn't score in the week in the cup, not scored today.
Of course it is. I'd be lying if I wasn't saying that. And I've been trying to bring a striker in as well because we're still thin on the ground. We only really got 3. Joe Hardy being out for a couple of months. Rhys Fenlon and being out for possibly the season. And Lewis Mansell only just coming back from injury. So we haven't got a great deal of cover there. And then probably one of our most creative players, Joe Pritchard, missing. Doesn't help matters, but you've got to get on with it. You can moan till you're blue in the face. That was a game there that could have gone either way. I think everyone knows that, who were at the game. And on this occasion, it went on their way. And if you beat yourself too much about things like that, you go mad.
How is Pritchard? Because he's had his injury problems last season.
He's looking like he's going to be out for a couple of weeks, but we'll have to wait and see.
And you didn't have a place in the squad today for Yeboah Amankwa, only signed yesterday officially, of course. He'll be in contention presumably for midweek and for next week. What's he going to bring?
Yeah, he's an accomplished player. He's a defender by trade, and you can never have too many of them. But we've just got to get the balance right now in the squad. He's a good addition. If we get 2 or 3 more in, I think that'll be us. Then, we'll be set till January and see where it takes us. It's not all doom and gloom. It's just that you get so frustrated when you come away from somewhere that you could have easily taken points from. 1, possibly 3. You end up with nothing, and without playing any different, that game could have been different.
Do you anticipate more business before Tuesday night?
I won't, so it's got to be mindful of the exits or barricade that up.
And Tuesday there is a game, of course, an EFL Trophy game. Are there places up for grabs, given that the recent performances haven't pleased you?
Well, we've got to start scoring. We've got to find a way to start scoring. And, we didn't make enough chances today. The ones we did were gilt-edged. No, even Harvey's one that he's put into the side net. That's a great chance. So, sort of contradicting myself there, because we've made 3 great chances. You'd hope to put one of them away, wouldn't you?